Hi, this is Dan Cortopassi of TSG Multimedia. Today I'm reviewing an HO scale SD39 locomotive from Athearn. My example is decorated for Southern Pacific. Espee's SD39s were delivered in 1968 and continued in service into the 1990s. This particular locomotive, 5314, lost its gyrolights by 1989, so it most closely represents the locomotive's appearance in the 1970s and early 80s. My model is the DCC Ready version. It has an Msrp of $134.98. Athearn also offers a version with DCC and sound for $184.98. The paint on the model is evenly applied. The Southern Pacific lettering does not seem quite as sharp as I've come to expect from Athearn, but it still looks pretty good. In service, these locomotives got very dirty, so with some weathering it should look fine. All but the tiniest writing on the builder's plates is legible with magnification. The handrails are made of a flexible plastic. A few of the stanchions are crooked, a common problem with plastic handrails. The cab has photo-etched sunshades and clear plastic wind deflectors. The windows do not appear to be openable as they are on some of Athearn's other EMD locomotives. Overall, the model is a pretty good match for 5314 as it appeared in the early 1980s. The front of the model features freestanding grab irons, an early-style uncoupling lever, MU hoses, and a train line air hose. Some modelers might want to change the uncoupling lever to a later type common in the 80s and later. The snowplow is very thin and looks to be a pretty good match for the plow in the real 5314. There are no windshield wipers. The cab has an Espee-style L-shaped window. By 1989, Espee had replaced that on the 5314 with a pair of more conventional windows. The model also features the extended battery boxes that were characteristic of Espee SD39s. The headlight and gyrolight are lit with bulbs. The red emergency light, class lights, and number boards do not light. The drop steps on both ends are in the down position, but there is a parts bag included with 2 drop steps in the up position for modelers who want to change them. The rear of the model features another plow, though the real 5314 lost its rear plow at some point. The detail level is comparable to the front. I like the brake stand on the rear deck, which matches the prototype. The engine is equipped with McHenry scale couplers on both ends. The rear coupler is too high according to the Katy coupler height gauge. The roof of the model features a nice horn casting and Espee-style bell. The fans are see-through, though they don't look as good as the ones on Athearn's Genesis models. There are no lift rings, but there are pre-drilled holes for them in some spots and dimples to drill holes in others. There is no diamond plate tread on the walkways. Detail on the underside of the model is minimal. There are no brake lines on the trucks. There are no sander lines or plumbing under the sill. Athearn does include a parts bag with fuel tank details. Some modelers might want to add additional detail with aftermarket parts. All 12 wheels pick up electricity and all 6 axles are powered. All of the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. The model weighs 16 ounces. I registered 2.2 ounces of drawbar pull on my force gauge. I'm running the model on DC. It's pretty smooth and fairly quiet, with good low-speed capability. I'll run the model so we can take a look at the lights. I think they would look a lot better if they were LEDs. Overall, I think Athearn did an excellent job on this model. I think many diesel-era Espee modelers, myself included, will want to have at least one of these. This is a model that's almost begging to be weathered and detailed, and it could be stunning if done well. I think this model is a pretty good value for the price, too. Yes, it could be improved, but it has a lot going for it right out of the box. I am going to take off 1 spike for the coupler height, so my final verdict is 9 out of 10 spikes.